From the capital city, Sacramento, California, you're listening to one of the newest sports media sensations, the Sports Super Genius Podcast. Want to hear your opinions on air or on his blog? Email George at thesportsupergenius.com. Now from the private studio of thesportsupergenius.com, here is the Sports Super Genius.
Super Genius.
The things happened today. Of course, the fallout of LeBron James. I'm going to get to that a little bit later. But the biggest deal of all came when the Texas Rangers just acquired Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee just got traded from Seattle with the 8-3 win-loss record, 2.34 earned run average, and an 89 strikeouts. Why would the Rangers just all of a sudden, I'm not the Rangers, why would the Mariners just dump Cliff Lee like that? That's something I can never figure out. They basically got him from nothing. He joins the Rangers now, who are in first place. Lee's all excited about that. Of course, he left Seattle, but like I said, Seattle getting rid of Cliff Lee. But the issue too is also the Rangers and their money issue. So it's whether or not they can keep him or not. But they're definitely going to be moving on. As they're going to try and hone in on the playoffs and winning the the American League West. So again, but the Mariners dumping a pitcher to an American League West division runner. It's something that actually is kind of shocking to me, But then again, that's what a lot of people are saying about the LeBron James deal. That is shocking. You have to look at it on both sides. LeBron wanted out, but Dan Gilbert wanted to keep their native son in Ohio. I think there's something to be said about that. A lot of people were upset about the Dan Gilbert letter. I actually didn't see nothing about it. Because if you've ever been to the Cleveland area, the Quicken Arena is right across the street pretty much from the baseball field down there where the Indians play. And it's totally different on a game day, like when the Cavs are playing. The city is alive and bustling, and people are going out, walking around. And then when the Cavs are gone or off on the road or not playing, it's totally different. There is there's one of them indoor malls. Well, I know all malls are indoors, but it's in the downtown Cleveland area where they have this mall. It's amongst all the city buildings. I went there one day, and I'm not lying, 8:00 on a Wednesday. Everything was shut down. The next day, of course, the playoffs was going on, and it was alive. The mall was open, all the stores were open, the restaurants were open, all in that area. And it's just a night and day difference. So if you have ever been to Cleveland, they're really hit hard by the economy, everything that's going on. Maybe you would understand the Dan Gilbert, letter then more so than you would just by looking at it from the outsider's point of view. People said, well, you didn't try to present a winner to LeBron. Well, they went to the conference finals this year, and then they also went to the the NBA championship 2 years ago. This year, like Dan Gilbert did say, LeBron did not have the best playoffs. You have to win, and that's the thing that Cleveland wants too, is they want a winner. But LeBron, you should have tried and stayed with the Cleveland Cavs. You should have tried getting some homegrown talent, working with newer players, trying to develop things, and then bring in the veterans like they were doing. And you weren't that bad a team. You were the best team in the NBA this year. So now what you did is you basically admitted to the whole world, I can't win an NBA championship by myself. I need to be surrounded by the best players there are. That's the only way I'm going to win. I'm going to do it now. Unlike Malone, who stayed with the Utah Jazz right till the very end, and then he got traded to the Lakers to try and gain him an NBA championship, you decide this is the best time. Kevin Garnett, when he spoke to you and said, get out while it's good and get out while you're young, he said that because of the Timberwolves were never anything anyway. And, even then he played there for quite a while. He tried to develop everything, but he stayed there, and his body was beat up. But he is winning now with the Celtics. There would have been time to do that. This contract, he could have put a trade clause. Two years from now, you will trade me. You had the Larry Bird rule backing you up. You could have signed on that, and that could have went with you, and they could have built a team. But right now, you even said it best. You only have 5 players, and they got rid of one of them yesterday in a trade too. So just by playing with Wade and Bosh does not guarantee you anything. And I hope that you see that. And it's like I said. So LeBron, good luck, because the Miami fans are fair weather fans. Once you start losing, the fans are going to go away. That stadium was empty last year. They had tarps. on the upper arena. So, good luck. Second place is not good enough where you're going, not with the players you got surrounded you. So, anyway, be listening on my podcast. Be tuning in on my website for any breaking news and information. And like I said, thanks for listening. Here's George. This is my sports update. I'll be talking to you real soon. And have a great day out there.
Do you have a view, or are you upset about your favorite sport or team? How'd you like to get paid?
Well, just send it to George at thesportssupergenius.com. If selected as the best, you will get $5 just like that.
The Sports Super Genius.
Thanks for listening to the Sports Super Genius podcast. Hope to have you back as a listener. And want your opinion shared and get paid? Email them to George at thesportssupergenius.com.
Super Genius.